Hey y'all, hey, it's Raw to the Bone. Good morning. Well, it's not time for coffee with friends yet. What time is it? It's 7:08 a.m. And you caught me, I'm getting ready. But today's topic, I was just walking back and forth as I'm getting ready. I was making my bed, trying to get my hair together. Um, I was thinking about today's topic. And today's topic is dating requirements change. I'm still waking up, y'all. I'm still waking up. Dating requirements change as we get older. What does that mean? Right? It's kind of a question that I'm asking my Coffee with Friends members because when I reflect on the things that I used to look for when I was dating, when I was younger, are not the same things that I look for or looked for in my older age, right? And of course, we know a lot of that has to do with the responsibilities that we have as adults, right? But even as adults, when we're in our 20s, early 20s and early 30s, even then still, even though we have responsibilities, we come out of college, if you decide to go to college, you're starting to live on your own, you're starting to live as an adult. In your early 20s and going into your 30s, you are that full-blown adult and you're in that dating scene if you're still single. And so when I think back of what I used to look for in my 20s versus what I look for now, it's similar but different, right? In my younger years, I focused on, oh, he has to look good, he had to have a nice physique. He had to, have style, different things like that. It was more materialistic things. It was things that can be changed. It was changeable items, right? But as I got older, the physical appearance became less and less, right? No, I still need them to be attracted. I still need to be attracted to them, right? And I still like a certain body physique. But as I get older, my body physique changes as well. So I'm no longer holding the men to the mat to have six packs and these athletic bodies because I know what it's like to be in your 50s and try to hold on to that body, right? I'm struggling to do the same thing myself, but I would like, maybe my focus isn't on pure looks and physique and style anymore, right? Now it's more so a man that's into his health. He has great habits. He doesn't necessarily have to have a six pack or an eight pack or whatever it is we're calling it, right? He doesn't have to have the best style in the world because we can help define style, right? In my 20s and in my 30s, men had hair for the most part, unless they decided to cut it. But when they get into their 40s and their 50s, men start losing their hair. So now we have to, we're dealing with the men that have the hair loss. But don't fret, ladies, women lose their hair too, right? So as we get older, what we look for physically changes. But what about the deeper shit? Being with someone in my 20s, I didn't know nothing about needing communication, level of security, the type of love that meant, unconditional love, like shit where mistakes in marriages and relationships happen and two people learn to communicate through those mistakes and overcome them, right? The ability to be able to move as a unit of one. See, I'm no longer on that. You have to look good. You have to have a certain style. I need you to come with a level of security, right? Confidence, the ability to communicate. And I need you to come with experience, right? And, when I was in my 20s and 30s, I'm going to be honest. I didn't really know what I wanted or what I needed, right? And it might have taken my first marriage or my second serious relationship to get me to the point where I understand what I need. And even still then, I realized that I'm still growing, right? I'm still growing and I'm still determining what my needs are, right? And that's why when we're in relationships, right, we have to be able to communicate and be adaptable, because as we get older, things change, our needs change, right? So today's topic on Coffee with Friends is, as we get older, you know, our dating requirements change. Look at what you looked for in your younger age and look at what you look for now. What are the most important things to you to have in a relationship today versus what you thought you needed in a relationship many, many years ago? And also, I can't emphasize enough, when I talk about relationships, I can't emphasize enough, when we start to talk about being in a committed relationship and moving towards marriage, start thinking about those vows, right? Because people get into relationships and people get married and we stand up here in these altars and we say these vows. And one of the vows to me, for better or for worse, it's simple. It's a simple statement, right? But we need to start asking each other the question of, what is our worst, right? We might need to understand what our worst is before we get into a marriage, so that in the communication prior to marriage, you can explain to your significant other what you think your worst is, right? And maybe that's the thing that will tip your marriage. And maybe if people had those conversations up front in the beginning, you know, there'll be more understanding as the marriage continues. But we're not perfect. We're human. I just say keep the lines of communication open. And just for shits and giggles, think about the shit you used to look for in relationships when you were young. They had to be fine, honey. They had to know how to They had to have some money. Maybe we even said they had to drive or whatever the case may be. But look at what the fuck you looking for now in your 40s and your 50s. Okay? It's different. We become different people as we get older. Our responsibilities are different. Our life experiences have defined us in various ways, right? And maybe we've tapped into those things that we thought we wanted in our 20s and 30s, and we found out that that's not what we want at all. So this is just food for thought to preset my conversation on Coffee with Friends. I'm getting ready. I'm not ready yet, y'all. And I'm having a hot flash right now. But I am getting ready, so I'm going to go finish doing what I need to do. And then you guys join me on Coffee with Friends at 8 o'clock on Facebook Live, all right? See you then. Going for now, but not forever. Raw to the bone. Peace, and I'm out. But before I go, thank you for joining Coffee with Friends, and thank you for watching my video. Peace.